y'all. It's so snowy out there. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Ooh, child. It is snowy outside. Still praying for the people in California. My goodness. Oh, my prayers are with them. I saw Dear Woke Christian. I was up this morning. He was live. Shout out to him. And what he did was basically show like aerial views and clips of what was really going on in California. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Praying for everyone affected there. Real Magnolia, good morning. Wyoming girl, good morning. Scott Johnson, morning. Oh, you got snow in Arkansas? Wow. Arkansas. Okay, so I like to fish. I don't know if I told y'all. I like to fish. Some of y'all probably, I don't know if I brought that up, but like in my pastime, I really love to fish. I didn't start fishing until I was in my 30s, and that's what I like to go to Arkansas to fish. Mhm. So I got my coffee. I'm ready to talk. Good morning, Critical. Hope all is amazing with you. Don't forget, board meeting is this week in the Thornton Township building. It should be quite interesting to see how did we get back into the building, what's going on. So you got a critical smoker is covering what's going on in Dalton and Thornton Township. You guys, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe. You got a busy week. Also, they got the appointments coming up. Ooh, Thornton Township is gonna be quite busy, quite busy. Mhm, mhm. Yep. And then Tiffany got court. She got eviction court. Mhm. I'd like to go to Canada to fish too. Um, Scott. Mm-hmm. Thornton Township gonna be busy, 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 busy. Some new stuff going on up here, so we shall see. But I hope this will mean that things will get back normal for the township. So thanks for stopping by, Critical. And you got a busy week, and next week is busy. Yeah, Lake of the Ozarks, beautiful lake. Um, But yeah, the closest place I go, like Arkansas is warm, but then the closest place, Canada, which right across from Detroit. Weird thing, never been to Detroit. Got a story coming up about Detroit too, you guys. We got to talk about it. I've been trying not to talk about it, but I've been following this case, and I think it's something to talk about. I'll probably pop on later this evening about a young lady from Detroit and her fake uncle. Ugh, we'll talk about that later. Um, Wyoming said great fishing here in the McKenzie River by my house. Ooh, nice. Okay, McKenzie River. I have to check that out. I go to the Kankakee River, but like it's some places like where you fish and you can like really like some places okay, you think you caught a body. Okay? So that's a street slang. But if you take the wrong fish out some of those lakes and what was it called? The wildlife preserve people find out. And or if I've been on a boat before fishing, and the um the um the fish police I gotta put my fishing pictures up here. That's actually I should let y'all see it. It's pretty fun. Um the boat police, the fish police, they come and want everybody fishing license, and you better have your license together, okay? And passports. And if they look in your cooler and the fish are not a certain weight, age, or measurements according to the regulations, you got to know all of that. You got to know all of that. Um, man, they will. Hey, good morning, Gardis. They will get you. They will get you. You could get like you can go to jail. Yeah, you can go to jail or get a hefty fine. You think that you have just like I don't know, like I said, caught a body the way they'll be like, you got court on this date. Oh, critical, we have to go. Now, a good place to take you fishing would probably be in Munster. But we got to throw the fish back. But you could just go, you could throw out your reel, but we got to throw the fish, we got to put the fish back. We can't take the fish home. And there's some fish you just don't want to eat. You know what I mean? I'm not a big, I like the bass. I hope I said the bass. I like those. Uh Salmon are really hard to catch for me. They're really hard. Oh my gosh. Catfish are easy, but I'm not a big catfish eater. But I do want to go deep. I do both. I do both. But it depends. Like, okay, so let's say I went fishing up here in Scott. I don't know if you're familiar with Chicago or the South Side. Lake Calumet. And it's like 130th. I would not eat anything out of Lake Calumet. That's just me. I'm not blaming anybody that would. I just wouldn't eat anything out of there. So it depends on where I'm fishing. So that would be like practice, catch, and release. Yeah. Oh yeah, they'll they'll. Now that's my goal. That's my goal. It's on my vision board for this year. Potato. I want to go fishing like in the ocean and stuff like that. Um, I'm kind of scared of boats, but I do know how to drive one a little bit. A little bit. I get kind of scared when we approach bridges and stuff. So 80 miles offshore, I have not went that far. But I do want to go fishing in the ocean. I'm kind of scared of the sharks, but yeah, I want to do something like that. Oh, they're called game wardens. Thank you so much. Like, I'm not a hunter or nothing like that, but fishing I feel like is a little more natural. You know what I mean? I don't know if I could go hunting. I do know people that be having like the deer heads on their house and stuff. I'm like, no, oh poor deer. Potato, good morning. We used to take my kids and nieces catfish, and we did it at night. Ooh, oh yeah. Oh, and if you roast a catfish, I've been camping where we had catfish, and then we put it over a fire. That was some of the best. You clean it real good, take the scales off, debone it, and put it on. Oh my gosh. Whew. Okay, I'm having fish today. I think so. Alligator. Oh, I've never had alligator. You know what? Someone tried to give me a frog leg once. I don't know if that count, but I never ate anything like alligator or frog legs or anything like that. Oh, critical, you're missing out. You don't eat fish. That's what I would mainly like. I think I need to go back to just being on like vegetarian, pescatarian. Is that the right word, you guys? Where you just eat fish? Diet. But I love but I had covered last year I didn't go fishing at all. Nope. I don't think so. Yeah, I kind of stopped. You know what's so weird? Before we get into the Scholastic story, covering the Dalton stuff, I was talking with a friend. I have not been catching up on my podcast or my fun things I like to do or none of my hobbies. My hobbies have been covering Tiffany Hinyard. And that has to stop. That has to stop. I'm thinking about all the stuff I really have not done. And I don't really, and when we say fishing, I don't really go off, like, I don't go, I'm kind of scared of bugs and stuff. So I don't go to like, go walking and fish offshore. I usually go in a boat, go in a boat. And I think it's fun. It's relaxing. And when I finish fishing, I just sit there and lay at the bottom of the boat and chill out, read a book, and just float along. And I'm not scared at all. And it's really, really, really peaceful. It's really, really, really peaceful. And I just realized I don't do any of that stuff. White perch, okay. Tastes like chicken. Steelhead fish. Ooh, wow. Oh, I never. But tunas are really small, aren't they, Wyoming? Oh, I got some people that y'all see this channel wasn't what we thought, was it? Mhm. Yeah. It's so many things I want to start. I want to start a fishing channel. I want to start like a channel about like you know, I'll stop. I won't even say it because people use it against me. But my people know. I wanted to start a channel about that. Some about, you know, I guess I use what Scott said, game people. I wanted to start a channel of, like that for women who knew how to protect themselves and stuff like that. Like really cool things like that. I wanted to do like those kind of channels, but mainly like fishing and nature stuff. Like I like to go to the forest preserve, and like I'm scared of night stuff. So I'm scared of like spiders, webs, and if I can't see a spider web, it freaks me out. But like some of the forest preserves, I like to bird watch. I love to go to the botanical gardens and stuff like that and bird watch and stuff like that. I want to do channels like that, and I realized I haven't even this year done any of that because I've been covering Tiffany Henry, and that has to stop. It's not a healthy. Keep it. Keep it. Have you ever lied? Okay, tuna are huge. Okay, I thought tunas were small. Okay, thank you. Ooh, I bet that is good. Thanks for the 99-cent super sticker, critical. Oh wow, yeah, yeah. Scott just said it was an hour from the Pacific Ocean. Oh, that sounds good. Ah, Andrea, the link is here if you want to call in. So let's get into it. Oh my goodness. My husband took me crabbing when I was 6 months pregnant. I had to get into blow up that night. That sounds fun. I watched this lady on YouTube. She goes crabbing, and she lives by the ocean, and she comes home and cook it. I said that has to be something. I think she's in Jamaica. But I said that has to be something to go out, catch your own crab, and come home and fix it for dinner. Like I like stuff like that because it's like the satisfaction. Like you went and you got this good exercise, fresh nature air, and you'll have this memory forever. And then you get to really reap the rewards of catch of what you caught and eat it. Ooh, sounds good. Ah, it's a 3.5 flight from Chicago to Jackson, Wyoming. If you could get a cabin on Jenny Lake in the Tetons, you will love it. You know what? I want to try that out. I want to try that out. I'm going. Me and my friends, we're going glamping. Cause has anybody been glamping? I'm gonna look and see what kind of cabins they got. Scott, sounds fun. Okay, let's get to the bookstore. Andrea, Andrea, are you kidding me? Oh, this is. I know you were probably mad, but that is the cutest little story. See, it's cute because it didn't happen to me, right? But oh my goodness, so we're talking about the Scholastic Book Fair, okay? Do y'all remember that? Do you remember going to like get that book fair notice? I think in our school it was the whole day. So right now, like some of the kids in my life, they are doing their fundraiser, right? They always the beginning of the year, then right now it's coming up, and it's usually been like popcorn, the little gift wrapping cookie paper, but I rarely see the book fair anymore. So it made me wonder, are we still doing that? And it's a lot of people still doing that. So you guys, I put the link if anyone want to share their memories. It's pinned in the top. Let's get to Andrea. Good morning, you guys. Let's talk. Andrea, I'm trying not to laugh at you because I know you were probably so upset. But this is the cutest. She said, my youngest stole a check out of my checkbook and wrote $82 and changed checks, girl. That's a smart little baby. The little baby. And she was in the first grade and 5 years old. Oh my goodness. Said when you learn to write a check. Tracy. Wait, that I'm sorry. Oh, that got my eyes watered a little bit because I can't remember. I can't. Why did they take the check from the baby? She must have had great handwriting. She was super smart. And did it get deposited, Andrea? Can you let us know? Oh, that is the cutest. Good morning, Tracy. Wyoming gal said I was a volunteer for Scholastic Book Fair for my kids' school. Ooh, that's exciting. Scott says, chili suppers and over. Oh, chili. Oh, wow. An overpriced, questionably educational meeting. So a lot of people, I didn't know a lot of people were saying the Scholastic Book Fairs were a problem. They said it was a problem. And I didn't know people felt like that. So I started to do my research and okay, so it was like days when if I was one of them kids that would tell my parents in the middle of the night, "Hey, tomorrow the book fair," or "Hey, I need a poster board." I need a poster board for tomorrow. I wait till the last minute. So sometimes I wouldn't get the money for the book fair, but I just recall, um, um, and one time I was at a book fair. I'll never forget. My big sister was there, and we went to the same Catholic school at the time. And I didn't have any change, and she came in. It was like she was the bee's knees because she came and she said, "Yeah, get what you need. Pick you out a book." And I picked out one of those pens. I can remember it like it was yesterday. Um, that had the you could do the different colors. You could press down on it and it'll be red or it'll be blue or I got one of those pens and I was so excited. So yeah, it was like, I remember she saved the day. So Scott's calling in. I'm gonna bring Scott on up. Let's hear Magnolia said I did not I used to buy the stationery and never got a book. Yeah, people said it was nothing but candy and stuff. I didn't recall that part. Oh my goodness. Okay, bringing Scott Johnson up. Hey Scott, you live?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. It's great to hear from you. These stories in the comment section is so cute to me.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like, man, as much as we loved them as kids, just highly exploitative in
Mm-hmm.
terms of all of the marketing that went behind it, all of the weekly readers that came out with it. They'd have, these enticing books that were on any number of subjects, but primarily focused on things that appealed to kids. So if the Ghostbusters movie came out, they'd have a book on the Ghostbusters or whatever it was, which, on the one hand, you're learning about, um, you're learning to read and, your comprehension and building those skills. But at the same time, it was just a bunch of real, you weren't really getting a lot of Judy Blume.
Mm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
more like the, Star Wars and all the, Strawberry Shortcake and Rainbow Bright and all that. At least that was from my experience with it. And then you also had in tandem with that, um, the Pizza Hut, what was it, the Book It program.
Mm-hmm.
So you would get the button and you'd have to read 5 books within a week, and if you read if you got a star for each hole punch or whatever you had for the books that you read, you would get a coupon for a personal pan pizza, which
Yes.
we loved it. But at the same time, again, it was all about selling pizza and marketing and junk and things that kids really didn't need, and kind of contributed to a lot of the problems that we see now with just bad nutrition and things like that.
Yeah. Now, do you recall the 5 books? Did you have to purchase those 5 books, or would it be from the library? I cannot remember that, but it was
So
the personal pizza.
yeah, so you could use the books in the library. We would actually, our teachers would walk us to the library. We could pick out whatever book we wanted to, and then before or after class, we could go and check one back in, or whatever the case may be. But your parents would sign off that you actually read the book.
Oh, okay, yeah, and it was marketing for Pizza Hut. Some people said the books for the book fair was overpriced, possibly. Um,
Absolutely.
so it was a lot on our family because you were the cool kids if you could just spend whatever you want, get whatever you want at the book fair, right? Just
Yep. I mean, there was, I think there was a Now Alvin and the Chipmunks poster I wanted so bad, but I couldn't get the poster because my parents wouldn't give me the money. Not because they didn't have it, because they just said, you're not going to waste your money on it. And I just felt like it just felt so low, and it was just so demoralizing because you couldn't get something that you wanted, even though you saw this thing at school that they're talking about, and it's just a bad experience. But
Yeah, it is. You want what you want and you can't have it. And your parents was right. Like, that's a waste of money. You're not even gonna
yeah.
care about that poster the next month.
And at the end of the day, it wasn't like at the end of the week or the week or so later they're taking us to the Children's Palace or Toys R Us and getting us He-Man figures and GI Joes and all that stuff anyway. So
Okay.
we were
Yeah.
not like we were deprived. They just knew where the value was and where things weren't.
So did you get to go home with like the paper
Oh,
booklet?
oh yeah, that paper, the whole marketing, whole marketing brochure that they gave you, and they always made sure it was in full color and all that. Meanwhile, the homework we're on dittos, if you remember those, right?
Wait, what the dittos? Let me look it up. What
Remember,
what?
you don't remember the dittos? Oh man, that was it was like this. It was really before copy machines became a big thing. They would run these dittos, basically where you would have white paper and they would roll this type of blue or purple ink or something to that effect, and they'd use it to run off a number of assignments in series.
Scott, I remember. I
Yeah,
put it up on the I remember. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. I remember. Yeah. We were talking about a friend of mine. It was so funny. Just a little switch. She sells things on Poshmark and Amazon and all this. I guess Facebook Marketplace. What was the name of that machine? She found the machine where you put the little clear, like the projector. It was like glass, and you put the little clear, I guess it's called a projector, over the glass. But and it was and your assignment was on the board. Do anyone know what I'm talking
this is
about?
like the Kodak Carousel, not the
Um,
slide machine, but you're talking about the overhead projector.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it
It
had
was an
the
overhead
plastic.
projector. Okay, yes, and she found one and she sold it on Facebook Marketplace for like $200 or something. And I
Yep.
said, people are still looking for that thing.
Absolutely. There's a whole analog community out there where people get into all these different vintage devices. Exactly. That's exactly what those are. The overhead projectors. I had and this is in high school. We had some Nimrods in my class, but we had a German teacher, and he was the type person that would wear turtlenecks that were a little too tight, and his man boobs would kind of come through his cardigan or what. It was just a really weird situation. But anyway, somebody somebody was always messing with him, and this one guy, Kurt, got a permanent marker, and they had these scrolls that were absolutely clear, and he took a permanent marker and and went the whole line right down the middle, the entire length of this I'm sorry, this clear plastic roll that they would have that they would
Mhm.
try to wipe off with, and throughout the whole semester, it was basically any type of program or any type of lesson that he was doing involving overhead projector would have this big line going right down the middle. It was pretty bad.
Isn't it
Funny.
something when we remember it? This is something the kids today will never know. The kids today will never know. This is interesting. And you guys are cracking me up. Miss Asia said if you were the teacher's pet, you could go and make the dittos for her. That is true. I forgot that was the name of it. I remember now, guys. Oh my goodness. So this book fair, people people were saying that do you remember, Scott, if it was the whole day or was it like during lunch? How long did we have at the I felt like the whole day was canceled for the book fair.
Oh, the book fair. So it was live. So it would go by grade level, I believe, up
Okay.
to a certain point. I mean, you have obviously your I think when I went to school, elementary went all the way up to sixth grade. So you weren't really getting by then your core audience of your primary grades of first, second, and third were pretty much your key target demographic at that point. And they knew that. So
Yeah, and they have everything. Yeah, because that I do remember that by grade, what day we would go in. We went to my fondest memory was when I went to Catholic school, and my sister was there, and our Catholic school went like K through 8, so she
mhm.
was like much older. But she came into the book fair. I think I was like in the second grade or something, and she saved the day because my parents didn't give me any money. Either they forgot or didn't give it to me. And she said, "Get what you want," and it was super cool. I think I got one of those golden books, if I can
Yeah,
remember. But I definitely got. I didn't get anything too educational, like you were saying. I don't recall ever getting anything like uh Moby Dick or something from
yeah.
the book
Treasure
fair.
Howard, the Hardy Boys, or anything like that.
Yeah.
But they at my school, I remember specifically they would have these chili suppers, and in conjunction with the chili suppers, which was basically it was cafeteria chili anyway, but it was
Mm.
good. They could actually taste it, relative. It tasted not bad for cafeteria school chili. But you would go there, you'd have your crackers, you'd have your cheese or whatever. They put noodles in chili where I came from, and that was a big excuse me, a big thing. But also, um, you're walking through. It was just a nice time to be able to spend time with your parents, have a meal, go look at some books, go walk by your classroom, talk to the teacher, and just really kind of have a nice um, evening to be able to deal with that and not have to be necessarily about you know what you were or weren't doing in school or needed to improve on. It was just one of those things where it was just a nice reprieve from all that, like a parent teacher conference.
Oh, wow. And that
Yeah, so you
again,
see that, and they were sponsored by Scholastic. So I mean, that's wild, right?
it's very wild because this is like they're like pay what you can, so they're making a little money. They're sponsored by school. Yeah, this is interesting.
Okay, now
Mhm.
I have one other question for you. While we're talking about elementary, do you all remember the uh, the mouthwash that you would have to hold in your mouth for like 30 seconds, the fluoride, or like a minute? Did they do that in your guys' school?
You know what? We just had this conversation, and you guys chime in. Yes, we were talking about what kids didn't have to deal with that, and we used to get our shots at school.
Yeah.
We would be lined up at the nursing office getting our
I
shots.
mean, and
Like,
and and there was no dignity about all that either. I mean, they would go in and do the school nurse would come through and check each classroom for lice, head lice. And I'm
sure
telling you,
did.
man, I never forget one little girl had head lice and got sent home. And I remember thinking that is the luckiest kid ever to be able to go home
Oh
and
my
not have to.
goodness.
But in retrospect, that's traumatizing and just demoralizing because they did all this in front of the entire class. And, thankfully, it wasn't one of those situations where, this poor kid was made fun of. But, it's just,
Oh,
ugh.
now I remember that. And okay, so back to the mouthwash. It maybe I don't know if it was at your school because that is then afterwards when you had to hold it was supposed to be bubble gum or so I don't remember, but it
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
taste
yeah.
good.
It never really was what they said it was, but it was like, yeah, it was chalk dust and kaopectate or something.
Something like that.
But yeah,
You
it's
got like a
scary.
little
Trust us.
toothbrush and a little personal, right? You got a little toothbrush and
Yeah.
a little personal toothpaste. Um, but we were talking. Okay, do you recall this? Does anyone recall when you went to the washroom because we had to line up for the bathroom in elementary school, and to dry your hands, it wasn't those blow dryers. It was like this cloth that you had to roll
Oh,
down to get.
it's so ratty. Oh, it's nasty.
Does anyone remember?
Yeah, I think those kind of nasty practices is what built up our immunity for a lot of things.
Okay, so if after we washed our hands, this is my question, Scott. We washed our hands. Why was the towel so dirty?
Oh, because it was just nasty. It looked like drawers. I mean, it was just like
It it did. I was. I wonder if this is it.
Yeah,
I don't
and,
know if this is it. This looked like one at the. Let me try to pull this up. And you
and then
guys
you're
remember?
then you're so you're washing your hands, you're drying with this nasty, dirty, funky, whatever it is. Then you're going to touch the doorknobs, and you're going to have lunch in the cafeteria, and you're touching the same dirty pencil that you probably had in your mouth, and everybody gets strep throat. It was just, ugh,
Oh my goodness, this is crazy. We
yeah,
remember these. They call it, I guess, cabinet towels. I
yeah.
remember that, and I hated. I did not want to use it even back then. I was like, "Do I have to dry my hands on this thing?" And it just went in a circle.
Hmm.
It was no
I guess it was self cleaning. I don't think so, but
so clean.
I mean, that's
Oh,
why I think that's why we had those, those little rhymes, circle, circle, dot, dot. Now you got your cootie shot, that kind of thing. I mean, things was nasty, It's,
it was so. Yeah, keep it says that's how cooties was passed away.
yes.
You guys are so funny. Miss A just said a continuous towel.
Oh,
And I agree, Gardis. It was a germ infested. I when I talk to the young people of today, I'm like, we didn't have no car seat. You you buckled up the strap only went across your lap. It
but
wasn't.
people are just as nasty today. I mean, look how many people take their phones to the bathroom.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'll do one better. When I go to people's house, and I'm not like this, but when you have to use the bathroom and their toothbrush is on the top of the
Ah,
and I'm like, when you flush, it's
ugh,
in the air. Landon,
oh,
put a cap on your toothbrush. Put your toothbrush in a drawer. Do something. Do not leave your toothbrush on the counter, you guys. But hey, we're immune to all that stuff. We're immune. But you gave me a good memory with that mouthwash. And yeah, back in those days, you got your shots there. I don't even know what the shots were that we were in line for. You got your sucker and you went back to class.
yeah.
It wasn't no doctor visit. I
Like
don't
one
even know.
was like, yeah, it was something. I think one was like a TB skin test. There was all kinds of other little things like that. MMR, I think, was one of those you actually had to go to a doctor for, but it all depended, I guess, on the school district and whatnot. Hey, Berg, I'm so sorry. I need to hop off.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling. Have a great one, Scott.
Absolutely.
Bye.
You too.
Scott is so funny. That was a great conversation. Yeah, this is uh oh my goodness. It was just so bad. But we survived it, didn't we? And the kids today, they're so bougie. They get to put their hands in a little dryer. They don't even have to touch the sink knobs. They just put their hands automatically. The water come out. What a blessing. So, we heard from Andrea baby wrote a check. I'm sorry, that is just the cutest thing. So, have you guys that's now volunteering, have you seen the book fair change to more healthier options, more educational options, or is it probably still the colorful, fun books? Like, I think the books back in my Sunday was like Captain Underpants and the Pokemons and all that stuff. For like the younger kids I knew, but it was this other guy, this dragon story. I don't even think he was around for the Harry Potter part, but um it was somebody else, Percy somebody and a dragon. I remember he wanted that book. I forgot who he was. Yeah, it's a real thing. Oh my gosh, don't y'all start the gym mats. The gym mats that you had to pull out. So that now if you go to the gym now, we sanitize everything before we start working out and all that stuff. But back then, no, those gym mats were just gym mats. Goosebumps. That was a good one. Goosebumps. Okay, so let's take a look at this TikToker. I credit them in the description, but I thought this was funny. They were saying, "Good morning, Jonathan. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Goal met. We only had a $2 goal, and Jonathan had broke the internet. Yay! Thank you." Percy Jackson. That's what it was. Thank you. Um, let's watch this. So this one said, with my you rolling up to the Scholastic Book Fair with a $20 bill.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Let's
Ooh, I'm
see.
about to make a name. How long I've been,
Let's
how
see. I
long
was trying
I've
to start. I thought this was hilarious. $20 would have been big for me back in the day at the book fair. Um, let's play it.
been waiting for this. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself, yeah.
So
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself, yeah.
So I always
looking at some of the treats they had. They had, okay, so it wasn't candy like Tracy was saying. What did they have over here? And then if oh, they had cookies and chocolate bar, but it was a book. Okay. Oh, those pins. Oh my goodness. Well, that the pins. Oh, these are fancy little pins. The ice cream pin, fast food pin. This is really interesting. Oh, the anybody remember the erasers that used to smell a different way? Oh my goodness. And the stickers that you could scratch and sniff. You know what I used to get? Little Miss something. It was Little Miss something. Oh, these people. This is what I used to get. I forgot all about these people. Anybody remember them? And they well they're more, these are more, somebody got Little Miss Social Justice. How cute. How cute. Oh, and the flexible pencils. Oh yeah, push pops. Oh, I forgot about that. Now we used to get in trouble. I got in-house detention in high school because we were pencil popping. Does anyone recall that? Or was it just me because I was bad? Did anybody pencil pop? And then it probably was just me because I was bad. The slap. Oh, garbage pail kids card. Oh, I remember those. Yep, yep, you could not use those pencils they gave you there to fill out those little, what was it, when you had the ABC? Is that the answer card? You couldn't use that. You needed number 2. Pencil brain. Somebody popped my knuckles to for sure. Bronze knuckles. The best one came. Oh my goodness. Don't start. The best days of my life was if I had a brand new outfit. You know what that meant, Jonathan. If I had a brand new outfit, what's the first thing you gonna do in school? First thing you gonna do is sharpen that pencil. Go go up there. Oh, all of a sudden I need to sharpen my pencil. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it would hurt. We called it, yeah, I guess that's what we called it, pencil popping, but that might have been pencil fighting. I don't know there, but I remember that. And then you have to break. It was whoever broke whoever's pencil first. So you had to have a hard pencil, and you had to know how to flex that pencil back and boop. It was crazy, and I got in house detention because of that. Because you interrupt the whole class. You interrupt the whole class. Oh my goodness! But this one was cute too. Let me share this one. This lady said, oh, they took what you said, Andrea. This those little erasers were cute, but what this person actually bought was flimsy pencils, long erasers they never used, smensels, hand pointers. Oh my goodness, look at this highlighter. Oh, I remember those. Oh, the memories, the waste of money, like Scott was saying. So I want to talk about something last because you guys are making me crack up. Yep, wait for everyone else. Went then get up. Do they still have pencil sharpeners? I wonder. I have to go. Like, I just feel like the kids now they all use tablets for everything. Like the kids use tablets, and they in school they have a whole computer. Like we had computer class. They bring their laptops at some schools. Play that's really interesting. But no, getting up here and turning it till you got that right little the manual pencil sharpener, and it'll be right next to the chalkboard board, and you had to go up there and just grind your arms. The memories. Okay, so the Scholastic Book Fair, people are saying some controversial things about it. Um, some people are angry because they're not including more people of color in the book fairs. They're not including, this is currently, some schools, like religious schools, won't include books written by LGBTQIA writers. And a lot of people do not like that about the book fair. I said, wow, I didn't know that it was getting that serious. So, let me just pull this article up. Good morning. Thanks for being here, you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. And I like when we talk about this because you guys are so awesome. Um, so it's a whole hold on, guys. In 2023, um, it they had like this controversy for creating. Oh, sorry, let me bring this up, you guys. Um, this was interesting. It was a lot of TikTok videos about it too. If you guys go over to TikTok, but they were creating an optional collection of books about race, gender, and sexuality for middle school kids in the book fair. It was called Share Every Story, Celebrate Every Voice. Okay. So, Scholastic, they created this collection in response to state laws that restrict what books can be taught in school. The collection was met with backlash from educators, librarians, and organizations like PEN America and We Need Diverse Books. Scholastic, they ended up apologizing and reverse course, ending the collection and pledging to work to combat laws that restrict access to books. So this is why they said it was controversial. Critics said the collection contributed to book censorship and segregated book fairs. Critics said the collection was disheartening, especially since Scholastic, am I saying it right? I'm Scholastic, had previously spoken out against book bans. Critics said the collection allowed districts to opt out of diverse books. Okay, so this was really really interesting. Um, it. What do you guys think? Should it have been? I just want to go to this Reddit thread. I was reading that last night. Um, they are allowing schools to opt out of diverse books under book fairs, right? Ooh, I gotta see what Gypsy Rose is up to. It was trending. Um, I wonder, like, it should be your choice. But I'm not gonna lie. I was in some schools now. I'm shocked that they teach like some schools in Chicago. They teach LGBTQIA History Month, and I know that this one particular school, we covered that on a channel. People were kind of upset about it, but I'm like, this is the real world. So if they give you the options of the books for every story, and kids, I know some kids to this day that are in grade school, and I don't really get into that conversation or anything like that, but some of them identify themselves as they or them, and by their pronouns. And if they want to read something about themselves and their parents think it's okay, is it okay? But then now that, I guess they're saying it takes the school is not responsible to share stories, and it's just a lot. It's a lot because at the end of the day, we're living in the real world. I was watching a cartoon. What was that? Caillou? Caillou. I was watching a cartoon with one of the little ones in my life. And Caillou had did Caillou have two? Anybody know about that cartoon? I think Caillou friend had two daddies. And man, their mother might they turned around so fast. I was I'm like, this is the real world. This is the real world now. And their parent was like, not Caillou. I hope I got the right cart. I can't, I hope I got the right cartoon. Was it Caillou? Two dads? I'm gonna look. This was a while ago. Cause he had it was something. Now Caillou got a daddy and a mama. Boris and Doris. But it was, I think it was, yeah, I think it was his friend had two dads or something like that. Um, and he said you can't stand that kid. And we were watching it. Let me make sure it wasn't Bluey. Somebody somebody had two dads. Hmm. I felt like it was Caillou. But anyway, oh, they said Shira. They said Shira has okay, we're gonna have to do a whole video about this. I didn't know that. Had LGBTQ characters. That's interesting. Yeah. I'm glad. Look, the real Magnolia, as long as these kids, I don't even think kids know what a book is because everything's on a tablet. So I agree. I agree. Not floppy disk. Oh, was it Arthur? PBS? It was Arthur. Okay. Arthur had Caillou be whining too much for you, Scott. Had two moms. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool that I thought that was pretty cool that they provide the laptops for the students now. Like I'm with Scott. We had computer class with Oregon Trail. Okay, that was the best. And then I had can you believe it? Typing class? Anyone kids have typing class now, or is it called something different because they have to learn the QWERTY, right? The keyboard. Um but they'll never know how if you messed up a letter, you had to get white out or you had to take the paper right out the typewriter and don't have a typewriter jam. Oh, you guys, I had such a good time with you today. Like it's so funny. Um I got one of those pens on my desk right now. I don't even know if it worked. This one right here. I'm about to pull that up. I got that from the book fair. Now I'm with Miss Asia right here. This pen was everything to me. I could do, but it was too fat. It was just too fat to write with. It was just too fat. Like I liked it, but I just couldn't get my good handwriting down with that pen. It's just too much. That pen did too much, Miss Asia. It- this is when we learned in school when you doing too much, and this pen was doing too much. Oh, that a funny thing, Jonathan. That's what Tiffany Henry was trying to bring back cursive. It's so funny, right? Because I didn't know they were not teaching cursive anymore. I'm like, oh wow. So if I wrote a letter in cursive, someone would understand. I'm gonna tell you something else. I gave somebody. I told y'all this story before. I gave somebody change. So let's say my total was $5.82. And then I gave them a 20.82 cash. They had to pull out a calculator. Like they had to pull out their phone, like to tell me what my change was going to be, because I don't know. Do they do timetables? And remember the timetable chart? It was all eights and nines. I think it was nines. Nines was my weakness. The nine timetable. Computer lab was that joint, especially when they turn off the lights and let us work in the dark. Yes, yes, for sure. Mavis Beacon, yes. Mavis Beacon teaches typing. So many memories. I'm with you. This is really good. It's called keyboarding now. Oh, that's smart. Keyboarding. My mom made me go to, I think that was an elective for us. I can't remember, but we had to learn. She was like, you gotta learn how to type, and I'm really good at it. Now I'm lazy. Like with my text messages, my grammar is bad. All that. I'm like, ugh, I don't even care. I need to stop. I had to bring a toy to show and tell. Left it at home, so my granny came. My granny came through, bought a He-Man figure from the store, but it was Bo from She. Wait a minute, who was Go Granny. Go Granny. She tried. Oh, wait a minute, but we need to wait. Wait a minute, Scott, tell me. Okay, I had to go find the old Bo. Bo, what this is what Scott. Scott, is this what she? I'm sorry. This. Oh my goodness, this is so funny to me. That what Granny brought. Oh, oh, she tried. Hey, she brought an action figure. She did her job. Oh, y'all with these stories. I'm telling you that check from from a 5-year old gonna live in my head rent free forever. Y'all are giving me all type of fun memories this morning. Wyoming says I learned to type. I'm sorry, Scott. I'm still. Oh, it's a sweet story though. I learned how to type on a manual typewriter in the 6th grade. And if you messed up, oh, it was like so many errors. The typing teacher would circle the errors. Oh, yeah, they're saying that Bo has a real identity now in 2024, and he's probably one of the LGBTQIA characters. Isn't that something? I never even thought about that. And I love Shima. Oh, it's a 10 color one? Wow. My kids barely know anything about Word or Excel. Everything they do is on Google on the iPad. It sucks. Oh my, they can, Excel, bookkeeping. Oh my goodness. Microsoft Paint. They will never know. All they can do, they go to Google Docs and they good. They do it all. Oh my goodness. This is hey, good morning, Brandon. 19 because you brought 1985 first grade. And I know you were so excited when Granny came through with I'm going to go back. Did she go to Zare? Did she go to Venture? Did she go to Woolworths? Did she go to Kmart? That's what we have to do a story about, y'all. Some old school stores you remember, Goldblatt's. And she came, service merchandise. Did she go there? And she came back with Bo. He look a little like He-Man. He look a little bit like some schools are slowly trying to bring back cursive. Oh, 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 oh. My dad was a computer analyst and the computer filled a whole room. Oh my goodness. I bet. I remember my aunt and my uncle, we thought they were so rich because they had got an IBM computer and it was like all green. It was black with the green screen. And my aunt was on, I don't even know what she was on the computer doing. It wasn't internet at that time. I don't know what she was using the computer for, but we could get on that computer. I can't even remember. It wasn't Tetris, but she had like one little game on the computer that would blink and it was green and it was really interesting. Okay. Tracy said, I work a register. The younger folks do not know how to count change back. I've tried to teach them. They can't believe I was taught change counting in the third grade. They had a store set up. Yeah, yeah, they had a store set up and we played register. And it was it was so yeah, they do not know if you give them cash, if I'm not tapping my phone, they like, oh no. I mean, everybody stopped when you hand cash. They be like, what? Granny came through. Let's see. One day I will tell you the story and you can record me because it was legendary. Yeah, it's so funny. I never took typing because all my friends were getting bad grades and I couldn't live the good life in my house with bad grades. I know that's right. Oh my goodness, typing and my mom made me take typing and home ec. And the home ec teacher, she I think she made us make banana bread and I failed at cake. I failed. We had to do cake. I failed that and I failed banana bread. But she let us do in home ec grocery shopping um and learning to I never even thought about home economics, what it was, right? Learning to cook. We did laundry, like sorting clothes. It was really interesting. Y'all remember the store Turnstile? I don't remember that store. What did they sell in there? Dude, I had an Atari video game system where all games looked like Pong. Yes, Commodore 64. Oh my goodness. Oh, Kmart had sub sandwiches? I don't know, but I know, you know what? I love walking into um was that Sam's Club and Home Depot and smelling like the hot dog. I don't even get one. I just like smelling the hot dog. But that would have been cool. Now I remember Sears used to make candy, give us candy. I mean, not give you had to buy. They had a candy shop. I don't recall Kmart. I wish my mother had taught me how to sew. You know, my mom taught us how to mend. She had her own sewing kit. My little sister has it now. Um, it was handed down to her. Um, I I knew how to mend. And now that I'm older, I think I need to go to the doctor for eyeglasses, and some of that 30-minute mouthwash goes on. I can go to the dentist too. But they I think I need bifocals because I'm not as good as I want to be anymore. It takes me a lot more time to get stuff done. But yeah, I fell in love with just learning how to put a button on, you know. You had to learn three things. You had to learn how to sew, you had to learn how to cook, and we had to learn how to type in our house because my mom was really like, you know, you're gonna be lady, you're gonna be a lady, you know. You never know, you might have to be a secretary. You might, if you know how to do those three things, you'll always have a job. That's what my mom used to say. And that was true. Ooh, Newberry's lunch. Ooh. Andrea, we have food for less, and I hate going in there. Those big old shopping carts. I was talking to my girl about that yesterday. I said, "Why are those shopping carts so big? I just want 3 items." And it's like we're doing supermarket sweep up in there. Oh my goodness. Your mom had a sewing machine and whipped stuff up like it was nothing. You know what? A lot of my friends, their moms can still do that to this day. They could just like my mama making like back in the day. One of my friends, her mom, well, two of my friends. That's where we would go to get our prom dresses and homecoming dresses made. that's a talent right there. Man, just some crazy. Oh, slush puppies. Oh my goodness, I love those machines. I cannot stand Food for Less. Oh, Food for Less grinds my grits. When I go in there, as soon as I get in the door, I'm irritated. Just because, not because of just. First of all, it's only 3 cashiers here in the Southland when you go. But besides that, it's just the shopping carts are huge. And then when I go to Whole Foods, I'm mad because their shopping carts, they got the little small ones that's too small, but I always get those. You guys, it was great talking to y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Wyoming says her mom is 84 still, so oh my goodness, that's a blessing. Ugh. Because I know the kids today, they rip, with that fast fashion, they rip their clothes and throw them away. I'm like, you mend it. You mend it. My dad either wanted us to go to college or the military. Growing up as a military brat, I ran to college. I bet you. I bet you. Company man, I'm gonna check this out. Thank you, cause oh, what happened to Big Lots? What happened to Oh my goodness. I love stuff like that. Oh, thank you. I love stuff like that. Thank you. What happened to Groupon? I used to get a Groupon. Good Lord. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we need to do this again. Someone save this chat. Yeah, it was so fun. I love y'all. Thanks for sharing your stories with me. This is really, really, really cool. I just thought we could just have some nostalgia. And I was just thinking, I was like, what happened to the book fairs? And all of a sudden, all this controversy popped up. But as long as the kids are encouraged to read, as long as they're going for it, like journaling, reading is very important. Like I said, I didn't even realize I'm not doing any of my hobbies I used to do because so much is consuming me being here in the Southland, and that has to stop. I was like, when's the last time I rode a bike? When's the last time I went on a lake? I cannot recall. I really can't recall. I didn't ride my bike at all this summer. And I'm like, yeah, that's gonna end. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. Y'all was awesome. And remember, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Commentary blue, commentary burgundy, commentary, comment blue, commentary, comment burgundy.